Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
I am Pete.
And we are going to do audience questions.
Yeah, that's great.
Great. We asked you guys on our Twitter feed, twitter.com/comicbooklive, to send your questions. So here they are, in no particular order. If we don't get to any of your questions, our apologies. We try to get to everyone.
We'll get to you, though. We'll get to you.
Someday. Okay, Brian Hegarty asks, what is something you think DC is doing well that Marvel isn't, and vice versa? Which I think is a really good question.
That is. DC's doing well. Well, they've kind of given up on all of their failed and poorly selling projects and are focusing on the ones that seem to be doing well. Wednesday Comics, Green Lantern. That's smart. Well, Marvel seems to be just like, it's just a vast array of comic after comic.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
event after event. I feel like.
So I think DC's doing that better.
Yeah, I feel like planning out their events a little bit. Having the Dark Reign with the Utopia and some of the other things, it just gets a little crazy.
Though I will argue that I think Marvel is still putting out a better, more consistent product over the entire line.
Well, Marvel, yeah, I would say that too. And Marvel's having more fun. Like, the comics are fun. They seem fresher and more like alive, more organic.
I feel like Wednesday Comics is fun.
Agreed. All I'm saying is DC has sort of pockets of fun, while Marvel is fun.
I have a pocket of fun.
Oh, cool. All right, let's move on.
Keep your
John
pocket of
Moore
fun to
asks,
yourself.
if you could live in a comic book, keeping in mind the writer and artist currently working on it, which title would you pick?
That's a great question.
Jeez Louise. I think we've kind of gotten this question before. I would never live in a comic book.
Never?
What?
Because we would die.
Who?
We would definitely die in a
die.
cell.
I would die.
I would get crushed by rubble.
I would be running shit, man.
What?
Who
Yeah,
would
just
you
like
be
in real
running?
life.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
What comic? I don't know.
By the way, Pete, good job polishing off your margarita.
Yeah, man, I got a drinking problem.
Yeah.
I would say
Clearly
comic that I could live in.
Punisher.
Well, Punisher,
Obviously.
And then you would die.
No, I would be freaking shooting people right next to the Punisher. Just be
You'd be like
screaming.
the
And
Punisher
Punisher would be like, you'd be shooting people next to the Punisher would be like, you're a punk who kills people.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't do that to me. We'd be tight.
Yeah, well, that's not true. All right, let's move on and ask the next question.
House of Mystery, that's where I would live.
House of Mystery. Egan May asks, what do you consider a good girl comic, as in one targeted for a female audience? Oh man, this is a minefield question, I think, actually.
Specifically targeted to? I mean, that's tough because those always seem bad. Like, Marvel Divas, I'm like, that's kind of... It's a frustrating thing because it's obviously targeted and it ends up being kind of condescending and stuff.
I mean, I would say this is a tough one, but maybe like Runaways. I think that's something.
What about Plain Janes?
Yeah, sure. Plain Janes is good. The reason I say Runaways is it's an all-female writing and art team. It's not. It's actually based in the characters' relationships a little bit more, so it's not all people like blasting each other with guns and things like that. Which is things you would traditionally think of.
See, stuff are targeted for stuff that's good that like a woman who wanted to get into reading comics.
Punisher Max.
No.
Well, actually, I know a lot of women who love Punisher Max.
Thank you.
Wow, that's weird. Would be something like Lock and Key, where it's like just a good story that is not that is for everyone. Scott Pilgrim or something like that.
Great. All right. Let's see. Gregory Z.Y. Goris. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that. Do you think Image Comics will ever reach the level of popularity it once had?
Wow. I don't know if comics will ever reach the popularity
that exactly is the key there.
that Image had back in the day. And I also don't think they can ever play with Marvel and DC because they're not expanding the line. They're still doing the same characters.
Well,
they're doing a lot of small books.
You can't say never because they did it. It happened. They did do that. They stole it away from both of them.
And then they lost it.
Right. So that could happen again.
You're right.
We dangerous game of cat and mouse.
Oh.
But I think the important thing here is Image is putting out a lot of great stuff, and they do take some risks and do some projects and push some envelopes, which is very enjoyable. So I feel like if they get the right project, it could rocket to the top.
We could be a comic book company.
Oh man, what would you publish?
Huh? Think about that. Stories about me, where I'm like running shit.
Oh,
Where I'm like
man.
running
Okay,
shit.
those are
Like
good.
gambling.
Great.
Huh?
Andy Hatton asks, all of the space epic crossovers by Abnett and Atlantic have been great. Why hasn't Marvel used these as big summer events? Well, Andy, we're not going to answer that right now. We're going to answer it on the next show.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
so there you go.
Sorry, Andy.
In
Alex
your
doesn't
face,
like
Andy.
you.
Take
In your face.
Take that, Andy.
We'll answer your question when we want to. Not when you demand it from
Hey,
us.
Andy, they don't speak for all of us, alright? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Zap, we're running shit.
Yeah.
Zap
Yeah.
Kapow Comics says, what's your take on digital comics, iTunes, Longbox, etc.? The future or just a niche?
I think Longbox is going to be a thing. I think that's it's a great way. It'll finally centralize people who are interested in webcomics.
I would like to point out the way you said niche. I think that's very cute the way you said that.
Thank you, cute.
Oh, man.
This guy's saying cute to old JT.
No, not to you, Alex. Anyways,
The old JT.
The old
I feel like
JT.
I think it is the wave of the future. A lot of people I know who are younger would rather read it online.
You don't know any young people.
Yeah, I do. So it's weird because I'm always like reading the comics and I'm like, oh, why would you even bother?
Well,
It's
the
that-
guys you buy beer for, those like 17-year-old kids you buy beer for.
Yeah, when you should be buying 1800 Select Silver Tequila, the most delicious tequila of all time. Don't buy it for underage people. Andrew Nickel asks, Black
Why do I
Lanterns
even bother?
versus Marvel Zombies deathmatch, who would win?
Black Snipers, Marvel Zombies. Definitely Blackest Night.
Yeah, Black Lanterns, right?
Yeah,
Kick their
they
asses.
seem
Don't mess with
totally
Jean.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
Sean Johns.
Great, good answer, Pete.
Few people pronounce his name as wonderfully as you. It's very
Okay, we got
cute.
one more. Last but not least, David J. Cutler asked, if there were comic book live action figures, what would each of your action features be?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, man.
Well, I know that I just saw an action figure that has this. You press the button on the back and it grumbles, which would be perfect for you.
No, I would just get really angry.
JT choke?
Yeah, whenever I get around, my character gets around you, it would get really angry.
yeah, the old G.I. Joe choke grip.
Yeah, I would have
Full
500 points of articulation.
Oh, man, you stole my joke.
Ah, nailed it. And also,
I
my
would have
action,
two.
my action would be sort of like this.
I would have an iPhone, and my fingers would go like...
So not a lot of action from these action figures.
Yeah. They would be slightly more, what would you call them, in-action figures, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
say.
Well, then one of the points of articulation would be me being like, which means I'm about to like run shit.
Or you.
Yeah,
Like
it would
when I'm,
be
like,
just in
running
time.
shit.
You run shit.
With my finger up, because that's when you like
Yeah.
order.
Hey, only in action figures and comics can you actually run shit. Guys,
Yo,
thank
I
you so
run
much
my
for
action
sending
figures.
in your questions to our Twitter feed. If you have a question for us, you can write us at comicbookclublive@gmail.com, Twitter.
And we'll answer it when we want to. Wow. And
Twitter.com/comicbooklive, popcultureshock.com/cvclub, iTunes, Comic Book Club Live, where you can check out these very episodes and subscribe. Pete.
New York City, Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, People's Improv Theater. We do a live show. It's better than this.
Can we stop saying that?
What?
Yet? What? Did you say?
Pete, do not say, your action figure would be selling a short
I
bag.
told you. Oh, I hit your grumble button. That's what happened.
Don't touch me.
Oh, okay, grumble button.
Very
Grumble button the page.
So many points of articulation.
I know. No. People want to like pose me in a lot of weird ways. That's why I need so many points.
Yeah. I used to make your two action figures.